Selena Gomez secretly helped Malala Yousafzai feel normal at university, the unexpected friendship no one saw coming. You might know Selena Gomez as the pop superstar who dominated Disney, broke chart records, and inspired millions. And you definitely know Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner in history, a symbol of courage, and a global advocate for girls' education. But what if I told you that behind the scenes, these two powerful women, from completely different worlds, share a surprisingly personal connection? One that started not on a red carpet, but with a Google search. Yes, Malala once admitted that when she was preparing to attend university, she didn't want to be seen as Malala the global icon. She wanted to blend in, to just feel like any other college student. So what did she do? She opened her laptop, typed in Selena Gomez casual style, and started studying how Selena dressed. And what happened next? It sparked a moment that fans can't stop talking about, and that even Malala herself says changed how she saw her identity. Stay tuned, because this story has layers, from fame and identity to friendship and influence, and what Selena's impact on Malala really says about modern celebrity culture. The moment that broke the internet. So let's rewind to when this story came out. Malala was on a talk show, casually recounting her early days preparing for university life at Oxford. And as she was talking, she mentioned something that made the audience, and the internet, do a double take. She said, "Remember when I was packing for university, I wanted to pack all the things that made me look like a normal college student, so I went on Google and searched, Selena Gomez casual style." And yes, she actually did it. She looked up Selena's everyday looks. Denim jeans, jumpers, simple sneakers, cozy oversized sweaters. The kind of style that says, "I'm chill, I'm confident, and I'm just like everyone else." Now picture that for a second. Malala, someone who survived an assassination attempt, became a symbol of global resistance, and spoke at the UN, is sitting there wondering, what should I wear to just be normal? And the person she turned to for inspiration was Selena Gomez. That's not just fashion. That's influence on a human level. And when images later surfaced of Malala actually wearing outfits inspired by Selena, fans couldn't believe it. One fan wrote on X, "Selena influencing Malala's wardrobe. That's power on another level." Another commented, "This just shows how Selena's authenticity resonates across cultures." But this story doesn't end there, because what Malala said next about why she chose Selena reveals something much deeper. Stick around, because the next part might change the way you see both of them. Why Malala chose Selena? So why Selena Gomez? Out of all the celebrities in the world, the Kardashians, Taylor Swift, Zendaya, why did Malala specifically type Selena Gomez into Google? In Malala's own words, she said she wanted someone basic and normal. Someone who wasn't trying to look famous every time she stepped outside. Selena, with her minimalistic, approachable, sometimes even shy street style, represented exactly that. Selena's aesthetic wasn't about perfection, it was about comfort, confidence, and relatability. It was about not needing to prove anything. And for Malala, that meant something. Because think about it, her entire teenage life was defined by extraordinary expectations. By the time she was 20, she had already done more than most adults ever will. Spoken before world leaders, met presidents, inspired millions. So of course she just wanted to be normal. Selena's look wasn't just clothes, it was permission. Permission to exist without performance. That's the real magic here, one woman helping another feel human in a world that constantly reminds them they're different. And fun fact, Selena later saw the clip of Malala saying this, and she reportedly got emotional. She even shared Malala's quote on her Instagram story, adding a simple heart emoji and the words, "This made my day." So let's pause for a second. What do you think? Does this prove that celebrity influence can be used for good, not just vanity? Comment below. Do you think Selena's authenticity is what makes her so universally loved? Or do you think it's just part of her brand, something perfectly curated? I want to know what you think. Because as we move into the next chapter, we're diving into what fans called the Selena Malala effect, and how this small story turned into a viral cultural moment. The Selena Malala effect. When this story hit the internet, it wasn't just about fashion anymore. It became a symbol of something bigger, how modern icons influence each other across completely different worlds. On one side, Selena, the pop star and actress who's openly battled mental health struggles, navigated fame, and become a voice for self-acceptance. On the other, Malala, the activist who risked her life for education, yet still deals with the pressure of being seen as a global role model. And this little moment, Malala googling Selena's casual outfits, reminded fans that both women are, at the end of the day, human. Fans flooded social media with reactions like, "This is the most wholesome crossover I didn't know I needed." Selena Gomez and Malala Yousafzai, two icons inspiring each other without even meeting. That's the power of women supporting women. And here's where it gets interesting. Fashion analysts even noted a spike in search traffic for Selena Gomez casual style, right after Malala's interview went viral. Talk about influence feeding influence. But there's one more twist to this story that most people missed, something that could actually hint at a real-life meeting between Selena and Malala in the future. Keep watching, because you're going to want to hear this next part. Could Selena and Malala actually collaborate? Now here's where speculation gets juicy. Shortly after Malala's comments went viral, fans started tagging both Selena and Malala in posts, begging for a collaboration. Some suggested a joint conversation or documentary on female empowerment, maybe even a charity initiative supporting girls' education. And honestly, it wouldn't be far-fetched. Selena's Rare Impact Fund focuses on mental health awareness, especially among young women, a cause that aligns perfectly with Malala's mission for education and empowerment. In fact, one insider close to Selena's team hinted in a Variety piece that Selena has been interested in expanding her humanitarian work beyond mental health. So, could Malala be part of that journey? Imagine it. Selena Gomez and Malala Yousafzai, two women who turned pain into power, sitting down for an unfiltered conversation about what it means to be seen, heard, and human. That would break the internet in the best way possible. But even if it never happens, their quiet connection has already made history in a subtle but powerful way. Before we wrap, I want to know your take. If Selena and Malala teamed up for a campaign, what should it be about? Drop your ideas in the comments below, because who knows, someone on their teams might be watching. What this story teaches us about celebrity influence. At its core, this isn't just about jeans and jumpers. It's about identity. It's about how fame and normalcy clash, and how even global icons look for ways to reconnect with themselves. Malala didn't just copy a look. She borrowed confidence from someone who embodies relatability. And Selena's influence wasn't about glam or fame, it was about presence. About being enough as you are. When Malala walked into her first lecture hall at Oxford, wearing those simple clothes inspired by Selena, she wasn't trying to hide her culture. She was learning to balance it, to be both the activist and the student, the global figure and the young woman figuring it all out. And that's the real story, one that resonates far beyond celebrity gossip. It's about how two women, without ever meeting, reminded the world that authenticity is the new power. So what do we take away from this? Selena Gomez didn't just influence pop culture, she influenced one of the most inspiring women on the planet. And Malala, in turn, reminded us that even icons crave normalcy. Two worlds collided, fame and activism, and what came out of it was pure authenticity. And that's what we're all about here on Celeb Juices, peeling back the glitter to show the real juice behind celebrity stories. But before you click away, here's your next binge. If you thought this connection was surprising, wait until you see our deep dive into Selena's unseen friendships with other global figures, that one's packed with details most fans have never heard. So hit subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and don't forget, we're doing a huge giveaway once we hit 1,000 subscribers. You don't want to miss it. Now, your turn. Are you Team Malala for showing us that vulnerability is strength? Or Team Selena for proving that being normal is actually the boldest move of all? Drop your thoughts below, hype this video, and as always, stay tuned, stay curious, and keep sipping the celeb juice.